Really cool.
Here's another reason why you want to take control of what you're doing.
Everything kind of funnels into the only winning move is not to play the game.
So I got to ask permission to buy the gun, and then I got to pay to ask permission to carry the motherfucker outside of my house. How about you go fuck yourself? You don't even have a new one yet?
No, we don't have a new one yet.
I recorded stuff for you guys. Come on.
Yeah, Bruce, that's as good as you could get.
That's as good as I can get.
What kind of owning the show are you doing there? Jesus Christ! I mean, thank God we have him on tonight, because the last two shows people have been like, "Who's that fourth guy?
Yeah, who's that guy yelling?
Yeah, who's the funny one?"
Funny looking.
I've been busy. I'm a busy guy.
He's a busy guy. One job. He's got a
yeah, one freaking job.
Yeah,
one of these days.
Busy taking fucking a vacation every 2 weeks.
Yeah, no
like,
shit.
oh, I'm on vacation again. It's like, you just got back. Well, it's my annual vacation.
Yeah, this is my golf fishing vacation.
That was
the last one was fishing golf.
Exactly. When you're 54 and you've made it, dude. You get to take.
And then pretty soon it's gonna be a frisbee golf vacation.
See, he takes bi-monthly vacations as well as annual vacations, and what's that? What's that? Biannual? There's 6 months.
And then he takes another vacation to go rest around with hot sweaty guys.
I take 2 6 months vacations a year, and that's it. That's
2 vacations a year for 6
2
months.
6 month vacations a year.
Yeah.
That's all
6 months of Pete's vacations.
There you go,
Bruce. This being a we're talking about vacations. What are you imbibing this evening? I can see that we're sharing a cocktail here. What are you having?
I have good old fashioned Jim Beam.
You can't say cock around Bruce. He gets excited.
I know.
Hold on.
See,
it's not working. You got your
look at this, Bruce. I have actual real Forester.
That's the poison, dude. But
I'm not sure. Oh yeah, you're going to that. I'm not sure. I might go into the Woodford tonight too. I can't decide which one.
This stuff is awesome. I only have a small bottle of it. He gave it to me as a tester. Yeah. It was from the show on Saturday. I'm not a huge fan.
He was sponsoring the VIP room.
Oh, so nice.
It's red. Is it Red Scarlet or Scarlet Red?
He was a sponsor last year.
Scarlet Red. I'm not a huge fan of corn vodka. I like potato vodka better. But this stuff I'd actually switch to corn over this stuff. I mean, this stuff was great. It was smooth.
He's a corn star.
Yeah, it's a corn star. And he had me try this stuff. He's like, "Do you like hot stuff?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I like hot stuff." And Ken, your daughter was standing next to me when I was trying this stuff, and he had me drink it, and I'm like, "Okay, I have a hard on now." And your daughter was laughing. She's like, "Yep, you're just like my father."
What a lucky guy.
Yeah.
And then I broke his leg.
Yeah, and then you found out he was talking about the vodka.
Yeah, that's right.
I was talking about the vodka.
Yeah, I felt so bad. I hope it heals up quick for you.
If you've ever had the Dickel Tabasco, that's pretty freaking good. I like that one.
Of course, you would like
this stuff.
Yeah, whatever, dude. I like
it.
Bruce likes the Dickel.
This stuff. Bruce, if you can find this stuff, buy it.
It's really good.
I'm not a big vodka drinker, but if I do, it's Wheatley's lately. And unfortunately,
he can't have Wheatley's. He's got the gluten shit.
Well, no,
Well, Wheatley's now is a national brand, but before you can get a big old bottle of Wheatley's for like $12, and now it's like 26.
Sky vodka is really fucking good. I like Sky.
Yeah. Sky's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my shit. It was super fucking smooth.
You're drinking water tonight, right?
Oh, yeah, I've been drinking water for years.
Yeah,
I stopped drinking alcohol. I started drinking water.
How the hell you been, Harkos? Goddamn, man, it's been a long time, man. What's going on?
Been a little bit. I've just been working and rebranding and shit like that, and reformulating everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, just reminding everybody out there that we're doing a political free. This is a political holiday episode of the Weather Review, and we're happy to have Harkos back. He's been on a little bit of a hiatus lately, and
well, like
hard, man.
Yeah, well, like I told y'all, like for one, I'm trying to focus on my brand, and I don't want my brand to be anything with politics, because I'd rather, if I'm going to be divisive, I want to be divisive on music marketing shit, And so I'm just trying to focus make my brand only that, And with some of my coachings with Jason, he was even saying, he's like, hey, you don't need to be a music guy, you need to be the music marketing guy. And so I really started thinking about that. I'm like, okay, well, politics just pisses me off anyway. It makes me have a bad day. So I might as well not even focus on that. And so just focus on some other things, focus on things that actually move the needle, because politics don't pay me. They just take my taxes, and so I might as well focus on things that can actually participate. So yeah, with a different direction that I wanted to go with Music Making Sense podcast from what it had been going for the last year. Me and KP, my co-host, decided to part ways, and he's going to go do his own thing or whatever. And then I'm just restructuring Music Making Sense podcast. And what I'm actually doing is kind of going halfway back to my original plan. So in 2021, I decided, I was like, hey, I want to create like a course to show artists like how to set up everything and how to run everything, like how to like do everything. And I came up with the name Apex Music System, thinking like this is the music system that's like at the apex. This is like the thing that you fucking need. Well, that was in 2021. A couple years passed, life and fucking dumb shit and me being lazy, all that stuff, right? And so so in 2023, I just ended up bringing that and turning that into just my marketing company. And then I came up with Music Makes Sense podcast as being like the podcast. And so now what I'm doing is kind of like following it into itself. And so what I'm doing is going back to Apex Music System being the system, right? The actual system put in place that you put in place as a musician to actually grow. That has the three, I'm coming up with everything, like 3 different elements, right? Social, sales, and streaming, right? Like those are the 3 pillars of the Apex Music System, right? And so you have to have all 3 of those things in order to work together and everything like that. Like I'm building all that together and everything. And then Music Making Sense podcast is the podcast. And then I have my Wednesday night live thing where I'm playing people's music and reviewing their marketing and talking to them about marketing and stuff like that on a live on YouTube, just to kind of get some more traffic going to YouTube as well too. And it's a good lead gen as well. Because I'm getting a lot of emails. Shit. Aaron is up in this motherfucker now.
Hey, Aaron is here.
Aaron. Exactly. But yeah, so that's what I've just been working on, is doing that. And then I just got another client over in the UK that I'm editing their podcast for. So that's positive right there as well too. But yeah, man, I just been reformulating everything, finishing up some courses that I was creating for the Apex Music System, because it's gonna be just like how Jason is running his company and stuff like that, where but actually he had me structured a little bit differently, to where I have done for you and DIY options. And so I'm creating a course for like every one of my things. And then I also have a DIY option that's obviously more expensive and more hands-on though at the same time. And then I have like the premium package that encompasses everything for like multiple months and everything. So just been working on that. And so, yeah, I'm just like, I just got to fucking focus only on that. And then my kids obviously and making money, but just like focus only on that and everything like that. And it's going pretty good. Tomorrow is going to be like my first official episode in the new direction. The episode I posted last Monday was like the holdover one that me and KP had recorded like 2 weeks prior. And so yeah, tomorrow it's an interesting one. Ken, you know how you like to say that on my morning walks, like I'm like a preacher. I talk like a preacher, where I kind of like build it up and build it up and build up.
Yeah, baby. Love
that
shit.
You're gonna like tomorrow's episode.
Preach it, baby.
All right.
You're gonna like tomorrow's episode. So
yes.
Yeah, so that's gonna be Aaron had to say it.
Praise the Lord.
God damn it. Hello, Aaron.
Glowing
Hello,
in the
Aaron. How
dark.
you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing lovely. How you fine gentlemen tonight?
That's good. But back to Harkos. Hey, Harkos, man. Hey, it's great to have you, man. And I can't wait to have you in like 2 weeks, man, after we do the bonus content tonight. In 2 weeks, we're going to have another guy that I live actually close to. And, man, I love his music. He's played at a couple of my events that I've had in my backyard when I used to do the garden thing. And Kevin Pfeiffer, he's got a place called E-Rock Music. And he is just I remember when he started out about 4 or 5 years ago, and he is just doing gangbusters. He's now got, he's got people that are under him that are doing his instructions and stuff like that. So you guys I can't wait. It's nice to have you back. I'm trying to reel it in a little bit, man.
Right.
But when we can have you on, that's great.
Yeah, well, and I get it too. I mean, like, it's the political season, the election's coming up, shit's fucking crazy and everything like that. You know, you never know what tomorrow is gonna bring with this fucking crazy shit.
Right.
But yeah, I'm like, hey, look, no fucking no like hard feelings towards any of y'all.
No.
It's
No,
just
not at all. We totally
I just want to
understand.
focus on my shit. I'll come on whenever you're doing non-political shit. You know, you got the musician guy, or you got somebody with business. You know, you got Hot Sauce John coming over or whatever. You know, yeah, I'll hop on with business and shit like that. You know, but yeah, the politics stuff, that shit just gives me a fucking headache. I need to focus my energy on something else because I gave up on politics quite a few years ago. So Ken, it's not gonna work.
I totally hear you. I'm tired of it myself right now, but you know, unfortunately, that's what pays the bills right now. So that's why we're going the way we are.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, definitely nice to have you back. After
Wait. Bills are being paid?
That's what I was just about to say.
I was just gonna say I think bills.
I'm doing it wrong. Shit.
Yeah, the bills are being paid. That's funny. It's funny.
I'm hoping that the bills are being paid one of these days.
Okay.
Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way.
As long as there's growth, and
we got to keep going forward. We got to keep going forward. So, and it seems to be that the format that we're doing now, at least we're inching forward. We're not miles yet, but we're inching forward. So it's really nice, man.
Growth is positive.
At some point, we'll have tens of dozens of listeners.
Tens of dozens. Man. We get tens of dozens. That good. I'm out of tens of ones right now. So,
hey, tens of ones. That's what matters.
But yeah, so we're on a political holiday roundtable again for the weather report this week, and we have invited many of our former guests, and one has decided to drop in, and that is Aaron of the I Had to Say It podcast. But he's more than I've had to say it. So I mean, we want to find out. What's
he had to cook it
Aaron's
too at
little
the same
brain
time.
there, and see what's going on with him. Aaron, how you been, man?
Oh, busy, very, very busy.
Did you get your spices yet? You got your spice shit done yet?
Almost. Caught up on a little bit of paperwork that was recently brought to my attention. Like, oh no, you got to file all these forms too. So it's like, oh, okay. So it's just scraping together the nickels to get the filing fees covered and yada yada yada. I do have a couple new blends I've added to the because I've been casually scaling things out at work. And then going, oh, we can't use this for our clients. Jeez, what a shame. So, and the ironic thing is, some of the stuff we may actually also add to distribution through my job, as in we'll start putting it on menus for our clients as a preferred spec ingredient. So that's actually, it was an interesting conversation I had recently with the higher ups at work. That yeah, because I mean I'm getting a lot of facilitation through my connections through my job because they're it's allowing me to like forego minimum order sizes and stuff because we do so much business with this co-packer already. It's just adding another product to the list of items, and then basically the co-packer is going to sell it to my company's selling it to me at cost, and then I go from there to go into all the distribution and everything.
He's connected, so he's gonna. Hey, Jimmy, check this out. When you get in the paprika, a little extra paprika off to the side. You know what I'm saying? All right, you put that little garlic right here. Is what we're gonna talk about.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Is, dude, you're sounding like you're talking to your connection about your drug deal and shit.
I love it.
I mean, it's really not that different.
Yeah. I got my main distro over here and everything. I got my plug over here, and I got the fucking. Like, what the fuck?
Everybody gets the first one for free.
Ground crew in place.
Hey man, we're your fucking mules right here, man. We'll haul that shit across the country.
I'm gonna have a couple little D-boys out on the corner with backpacks and fucking.
Yeah. Well, look at you're Illinois, so you're the Illinois mob there. So it'll be the Fib mob is what we'll call it, and you've got your Indiana connection there with Chris. I'll be your Wisconsin traveling companion up to Minnesota, where we can then send it on the Midnight Express out to California. And we'll have this shit all across the country. We'll hook all these motherfuckers.
I'll leave this stuff on every counter I can find.
And I got a guy in Washington. I got a guy in Oregon. I got
damn straight.
I got 2 people in Arkansas. I got half a dozen guys in Florida. I got people in Louisiana, Texas, and Tennessee and Kentucky right now.
Nice.
So it's just like I said, I gotta get these last couple of I's dotted and T's crossed, and make sure I am actually covering my own ass in all cases of liability and property rights and everything. So
get it together. I'll bring it down to the Tiki Oasis next spring in Arizona. We'll do a special edition, Tiki rub.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can get a rub that people can put on top of their rum as they're drinking it under the tiki.
You have no idea how popular that would be. That would be huge.
I've actually got a cocktail season.
See, there you
go. On top of a Bloody Mary. Oh,
you're welcome.
It works on bloodies. It works on.
You're welcome for that idea, Aaron.
Appreciate it.
Aaron's my favorite person. He has all the best ideas.
Ken will buy all of it. Him and his fucking Alcoholics Not Anonymous club that he has.
I would say it's not alcoholics. They're just professional fun goers.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, that was your free
That's
one.
Me.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron, I'm really loving the shirt, dude. To give us the story behind that shirt, dude.
He stole it from Ken the other day.
Solid.
No, I had to go out in public today, so I had to wear something that is loose and flowy because I was going to some places where their stickers might have been malfunctioning, and I didn't want to accidentally spook anybody because, the little sticker on the door doesn't usually stop me from having a friend with me. So,
yeah, you're talking in code again. Shit, I had to fucking.
I knew it.
Took me a second.
That's perfect. That's what the Hawaiian shirt was designed for. It's a pew pew cover.
Yes. Well, my theory is when the stickers start working, then all of a sudden I won't be able to get in the door either. Then I can start feeling safe. But until then,
well.
Those stickers are very, very scary.
I'll just have to replace all the "How dare you" stickers that I have on all the Costco gas pumps here with "I had to say it."
Yeah, no, there's going to be an envelope coming your way.
Yeah,
and I've actually my kid was saying he might run me off a couple more reels of stickers at his, because some of the ones I have I got from. I just wanted to see what kind of print quality they did. I'm like, hey, what do you do in terms of like bulk shit? He goes, like, what? So like, just a sticker. Like, I got a friend that prints stuff, but I don't know if he's got the thing to do like, a couple hundred of these stickers all at once. And he's like,
no,
oh, dude, I can run them off in like 20 minutes. He says, send me a PDF. I'll give it to our computer guy. And so I get the little 3x3 logo stickers that this logo here. And he ran me off. Like I said, he ran me off like 300 of them in like 20 minutes. So
yeah, if you get the right machine, it's just done.
Yeah,
that's what I want. I want one of those machines, but I don't have the $20,000 to throw down on one.
I'm working on it, man. I'm trying to get you as much work as possible.
I know.
Well, I've got a spare plotter. I have some of the weirdest shit sitting around my house right now.
So do we have a ETA on something that might be coming out sample wise or
okay, I every time I say I have plans, something breaks and I wind up spending all my money on other shit. So let's say tentatively by like Halloweenish.
You got around Halloween 2026, somewhere in there.
Yeah, somewhere around 2026. I don't want to put too hard of a time on it because
maybe before, if things go right, it'd be before.
Yeah. Hopefully before the next election. I'll at least get something out to you guys to try it for like a feedback circle and a few other people because I need constant affirmation and reassurance because I'm a very self-questioning individual. I really have no self-confidence whatsoever.
Well, if you need sunshine blown up your ass, I'm your guy.
I want honest feedback. If I wanted sunshine blown up my ass, I just go to the north side and drop $20.
I'm getting the pork butts ready, the pork bellies ready. I mean, all the pork that I can get. That's what I'm getting. I'm just getting the pork ready for your rubs, man. Yeah, I don't usually rub my beef pretty much, but
I don't know. I've got it. It kind of depends on how the week went. I mean, sometimes you need to blow off a little stress. Got to rub your beef.
So Bruce, I want to interject, and Carcos might think this is funny, but
oh, sorry.
God, you suck. So at the car show on Saturday, I was showing some of my stuff, and this one lady comes up and is looking at it, and she's saying that she liked the I had to say it Jesus stuff that I had, and she was mentioning to me that she's Jewish. I'm like, oh, I said, you're Jewish. You're gonna love my bacon stuff, and she just starts laughing. She's like, yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's lovely.
Well, at least she liked the Jesus stuff. That's positive.
Oh yeah, she thought it was funny.
Well, yeah, of course she would. They killed him.
They killed him.
They're like, "Fuck you! If you're the Messiah, you won't die. Let's try this."
That actually reminds me of a story.
It's like the witch trials. If she's really a witch, she won't burn to death. It's like, oh well, she died. Then she wasn't a witch.
Yeah, good thing she wasn't a witch. She's going to heaven.
Yeah, yeah, she was an innocent killed. No, she going out.
But yeah, that's so. Just like I said, quick little thing. When Passion of the Christ came out in theaters, many years ago, and it was a phenomenon. It was, and everything was. So I had to hop on board and go see it along with my my brother and our god brother. We went just not particularly like, I should say I'm not particularly like, all right, yay Jeebus. So I was like, but I figure I did my time in the mines with Jason, and I suffered together back in the day, and so I, the powder blue polo shirt crew, but
I hated those things in the past.
Yeah, so did I. But so we're going into the theater, and we watched Passion, and I mean, you could hear hair growing in this theater. It was packed. There was not an open. Everybody was just silent watching this movie. And we're walking out of the theater, and we see like 3 Hasidic Jews coming down the hallway from a different theater, and all of a sudden I hear, "What are you guys reminiscing or something?" Jesus. And I turn around, and there's my fucking brother.
Oh,
like, are you trying to get us in a fight in the theater? And then
that's funny.
Yeah, I was just like, don't poke the Hasidics, okay? Just we don't need that tonight. And then he just looks at me and goes, "I want a fillet of fish." I was like,
ooh, that does sound good.
Which is $12 now.
Yeah.
Jason, I'm glad to see that you're not all red and burnt and all that other stuff. So,
well, I was underneath the tent, and it rained out half the time. So yeah, it was clouds, and the sun that came out for a little bit, it was later on in the afternoon.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So I didn't get burnt. That's
good. And then your printer woes have now gone away. I heard printer mentioned in the background. So, I mean, I figured I'd bring up the printer incident that you had a couple of weeks ago that we discussed on the.
It's broken.
It's still broken? You haven't got the new one?
I gotta replace it in one, but it's not as good as my old one. So I need to fix my old one.
Cool. Well, how's things going on with Horrible Designs, man? What's going on with it?
Oh, they're going good. I'm still busy.
It's going pretty horrible.
Still busy.
Pretty horrible.
Sounds pretty horrible.
I mean, Jason at a loss for words. Like, he's at a loss for words again. So I don't know.
Oh,
yeah.
I give him the stage.
Speaking of Jason was supposed to contact one of you two about graphic design work. Ken or Jason.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was asking the Telegram group, anybody know about any graphic designers? Fiverr is pissing me off, and I'm like, why don't you talk to Horrible Designs, Jason or Ken? He's like, oh fuck, I didn't even think about that. I'm like,
yeah, I'm gonna be down there next week too.
How could you not think about that? Like, I was like, what the fuck, Jason? Are you kidding?
For 5 years.
Yeah, I'm like, just Ken has paid like half your mortgages for the last 10 years. So like, how the fuck do you forget about him? Bare minimum, shit. You forget about Jason, okay, whatever. But like Ken, fuck. You have dinner with this guy. Like,
appreciation is where you buy it.
Well, I can tell you a little bit of how busy Jason's business is. The Horrible Designs. He just did 45 shirts for us for the show, 200 magnets, 25 mugs.
No, there was 50 mugs.
50 mugs and just a ton of stuff.
So, yeah, and the shirt someone had asked about. Well, how long did it take to do? I said, there was a little bit of a miscommunication, and it took me about 3 days to get them all done.
Yeah, Monday I'm like, how are the shirts coming? He's like, what shirts? I'm like, fuck. I never gave him numbers on how many we need, did I? And Jason's like, you never fucking told me shit. I'm like, oh fuck. Can we do like 4 for the show to show? And he comes with 45 because he's he ain't playing.
We had that discussion during the X Spaces. It was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was quite a few nights I was up till 11:45, and sometimes even up till 1:15 in the morning working on them. But I got them all done, and then it rained out.
At least you sold 2. Well, maybe we sold 3.
Like,
I think
we sold 4.
4 shirts. So there you go.
Yeah.
$100 out the door. Nice.
And there was some lady who wants me to be back there next year to sell shirts again. I'm like, yeah, I'll come back next year.
Oh yeah, next year we're gonna do. This was the first year we did vendors, so this was a whole different deal.
Last year there was vendors too. There was that fucking the 2 black people with the smoothie stand.
Yeah, but it was pretty small time though. But it was this time we had a bunch more, and we had a whole area for it.
Yeah, it was all in the parking lot of Lund's Byerly's.
Yep. It was cool too because the police brought a bunch of stuff. We laughed because the Edina is like there's like zero crime in this town. And the police brought their SWAT team weapon truck thing. It was like an MRAP, fucking thing. And Arrow, a guy I work with, he's like, we're in Edina. What the hell's going to happen? I'm like, well, in case the town of Chanhassen, just south of them, has an uprising, or Eden Prairie decides that they're going to start some shit, we've got an MRAP here. But it was cool because the cops also, one of the motorcycle police rode in. And I don't know if you saw him when he came in, Jason. He wasn't trying to do tricks or nothing, but just watching that guy. Like he could turn the bike completely around in a parking spot. It's a Harley.
Oh, I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, and he came and did that and flipped it around, and parked it. He wasn't showing off. He's just that there wasn't much room. And I go over and talk to him a little bit, and it turns out he has one of our drink holders from our company on his bike. I was like, look at this. This is awesome. And I was going to take some pictures of it, but right next to the drink holder is our competition's phone holder. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to advertise to them, so fuck it. But it was a good show. So it was the Edina Car Show. I've got actually this is a good segue right here. I'm gonna take over the screen here if I can figure out how to present here. I'll show you a little bit of what we did.
Click the button that says present.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah. No, I got
it says present. Click on it.
Yeah.
Present.
No, it's the one next to settings. So they spelled it wrong. It says present, not present. So
presentry.
The one that says power trip.
Well, this is a pantry.
It doesn't want to show me the one that I have open here.
Why not?
Oh no, there it is. Yeah, it is.
Learn how to use. How long we've been doing this podcast now?
Long enough that I hate this program. Let's see. It's not like Zoom that just works every time. So if I go here and I go there.
Oh, you should have seen our first T-shirt sale. We had no idea what the hell we were doing.
Oh God, yeah. Well, the lady walked out like 10 minutes before we're going to start selling this stuff. Let's see.
Yeah, I had to apologize to this lady like 5 times. I'm like, I swear we know what we're doing. This is our first sale today.
Oh, so it was for a charity, and the charity gave me a little unit to use to take money for credit cards, and I had my own, which I know how to work. It works perfect, and theirs worked perfect too, but it was slow to connect. It was it was all of the things, and you when you walk through that first. You'll all do it because you'll all be somewhere where you have to take money from somebody, and that first transaction never goes smoothly. It's always there's a glitch, or it doesn't hook up, or this is that. You press the wrong button. So it took us like 10 minutes to fucking take her $25 for the shirt. She was really cool about it, though. I think it's just she was standing under the tent out of the rain, so she was happy.
She was out of the rain.
And then she wanted a bag, and none of us had a bag, and then I finally found one.
Yeah, it was kind of a comedy. Yeah, none of us thought to bring a bag up for anything. We're like, oh yeah, shit, we should have bags.
Yeah, I should probably do that next time I do this.
So, but it was
branded bags.
Yeah, I do some branded bags. Let me see if I can get this. It wasn't my share screen wasn't showing. Share screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on hold for a technical difficulty that
you just had it up a second
Baldwin
ago.
Maddens is having on his side.
Yeah. So
you guys know why all these small towns like Edina have like the buffaloes and the MRAPs, right? It's because that was a lot of the war surplus shit that they ended up kicking back over to the local governments in order to, put in place a domestic military. Fun times.
There we go.
Fun.
Can we see it there? Do you guys see it all right?
You got to
You got to share it.
There you go.
There
You
it
hit
is.
the right button.
No, that was
Good
me.
going,
That was him.
Kenny.
So
You
anyway,
did
so
all-
what we got here is this is the Charger, one of the guys standing behind it's the guy that owns it. I went 125 miles an hour in this car in third gear, and it's a 6-speed. It is
weekend?
brutal.
Nice.
Yeah,
This
I didn't.
weekend?
I didn't drive. Not this weekend. I know the guy from last year's
got it.
show.
Oh, look at that
So
Nova.
these
That
are just
Nova's
so here's
This is
the
like
winner.
pictures from last year.
This is the winner's circle from last year.
Oh,
So
okay. I was like, those are all the same cars from last year.
So this is the guy that won Best of Show this year. And these are just some of the other cars that were there. I mean, that right there is a $650,000 Ferrari. There's your Roll
There's the
Stang.
Roll Stang.
Yeah.
There's one of them.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
It was just
Ooh.
I'm just gonna snap through these quick. That's a beautiful NSX. That was a really cool color. This thing's just a
was
really
was Ray Eric there with you?
No, Ray wasn't at this one.
He was at the other one. He was at another one. Okay, got you.
The next day was the concourse event. And I was going to go to it today, but I was just so freaking burnt out I couldn't. This is a 60 Fury. That's one of the coolest cars in the world. Then the Hot Rod, of course. This is a 57. This car was $10,000 in 1957, more than a Rolls Royce. It's a Lincoln Continental. And then, of course, just an allotment. This is one of my friend's cars. It's a Chrysler Imperial. This was, you could just see Eisenhower stepping out of this thing.
Yeah.
Austin Healey's, Ferraris, Corniches, old Porsches, the Roll Stang again. Some guy's old truck that just got snapped in there. There's the other Roll Stang. There you go.
That truck was pretty nice.
Yeah, there you go. It was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Old square, but Bruce has one of those.
I swear I'm driving mine out to Minnesota next year.
Yeah, you should.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
We got to get you hooked up with David Freiberger, and you guys should ride together.
Oh yeah, dude, I'd love to freaking hook up with that guy and freaking go. Man, we'd have a good time.
So just so you guys know, the Roll Stang, this is actually a Mustang, like a 2006, 2007 Mustang GT. I'll get back to the picture here. You can kind of see the shape of the roof here.
On the rear
Oh,
end,
wow.
yeah.
And they put this whole front clip and stuff on there. Oh, they're just hideous, but they're a riot. And they're crowd pleaser,
Yes, they are.
So it was pretty cool. Oh, allergies too. This is great. Consummate professional.
Great.
So, this one here,
that's the one you did.
Yeah, so I did all the pinstriping and airbrushing on this one.
We've seen
Around the flames and stuff. This car was a $250,000 build. So it's hard to even explain what the interior of this car looked like. You guys saw it because
That'd be orange.
Ron had it in his booth when we were trying to stand in the mud back to the 50s. So
right, but what didn't have an orange tint to it too? Then
no, that was a light that he had on it. But this has got blue pearl in
okay.
it. But this is the interior of it's all black leather and it has like
Gotcha.
light piping all around. It's unbelievable, just an incredible car.
Gotcha.
And as you can see, it was raining. This is when the sun finally came out.
Yeah, she definitely looked wet.
See,
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Nice. There we go.
So this is also a replica of Milner's coupe. I don't know if that's puke green or piss yellow, but there it is.
Wrong tires.
Yep. And it's funny because the last car I showed you, the blue and the flamed one there, this guy here, this was built for this guy, built it for his brother so that they could go cruising around together. And so between the two,
that's the only thing they miss on Milner's cars. They always try to jazz up the tires, and the tires were stock. Tires were stock Chevy wheels.
Yep. So this was pretty cool. It's hard to see in there. It's a twin turbo. You can see right there's this twin turbo.
It's a Viper. They're all twin turbos, right?
No, none of them had turbos ever. So this guy put twin turbos on his V10 Viper. It's making like 700 to 800 horsepower. It's just insane. So yeah, the Vipers were always naturally aspirated. That's why
thought the Vipers were V12, not V10.
Nope, they're 10s. They're V10s.
See, this is why I'm not the car guy. Fuck.
Yep, no, that's okay. I like to educate.
There's room to learn.
This one here, there was 2 of these at the show. Though this is a Mach 1, a 428 Super Corvette Mach 1. They had 2 of those there. Those are super rare. And right next to it's a Ferrari Testarossa, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, the Grand Sport Corvette, and then we're back to that. But it was a really cool show. It was just it's America, man. It's just cars, and it was a little bit of everything from supercars to a 32 Ford. I mean, and everything in between.
Yeah, I know that Josh was saying that he was wanting it to be like all like the luxury stuff, not have the old school stuff.
Well, we wanted some of the old school stuff. We wanted that to be, we're not focusing on that, but we needed that there too, because in front of the Edina Theater, it's an old theater from the 40s, and it's it still has the old, the real Art Deco
marquees
and stuff. It's gorgeous. So we wanted to have the hot rods and 50s cars down there. And what we did is we parked them kind of by year, sort of, up to the modern day. So it started out with the 30s cars. At the end of the block was actually a local Cadillac dealer brought out all their top end cars. Right. And at the other end of the block, Maury's brought out a bunch of Maseratis, a McLaren, and Rolls Royce. And so the Cadillac and the two dealerships brought out like $4 million in cars. And then we had the other cars in the middle. It was really something. Then we had the Ferrari Club come rolling through with 50 cars in a drive-by, and then they parked and there's another little back section there. I didn't get pictures of because I couldn't get back there. We were busy.
Yeah. Our car show season just ended like right before I went on the fishing trip, and they had the Mercom auctions over in Monterey.
Meekum?
Yeah, Meekum. And at the same time, they had the Concours d'Elegance in at Laguna Seca and all the car shows. They had the National Hot Rod Show up in Pleasanton and everything. So we had our run of car shows. I think every city had a car show.
I got to drive the Lincoln out there and take it around Laguna Seca. We got to drift that fucker around. Shooting Tommy guns out of the windows, throwing our cigars.
Hey,
out.
There's nothing like driving the corkscrew, man. If you ever get a chance to get out there,
Laguna Seca is one of my favorite tracks.
The corkscrew is just awesome to drive, man. The gravity.
I got to get you out here to Road America.
The gravity is
that's
probably my next trip. That's going to be my next trip. So I don't know if I'm going to be coming back to the 50s, but definitely Road America.
Road America is a good one. The Street Machine Nationals, I think you'd really like that too. Awesome. That's one for your truck right there. You can do burnout.
One of those two, because like I said, I'm taking off a month next year just to.
There's taking off again
every other month.
Yeah.
To go traveling around to go see where I can find a place to get some of my bug out. My bug out location. I think.
Well, see, Bruce, if you came out here, you could go to 2 car shows completely different at the same time, right? So you could go to the old school car show, like at the Sonic Drive-In and stuff like that they have out here, and then you can go down to the Home Depot parking lot where all the Mexicans have a car show. I'm fucking not even joking with this. They have like their own like car club and shit.
That's cool.
And it's just loud Mexican music, fucking flags everywhere. And like some of them are cool cars, bouncing. Some of them are kind of it's not the West Coast, but like it's just like some of them are like cool cars, some of them are not, like some of them are just like regular cars and shit. And then what they did it today. That's the reason I remembered about it, is they'll just like have a convoy, like a caravan going through town with fucking the big Mexican flags and shit like that, and then like half of them will have like American flags like on the fucking grill and shit like that too, and everything. It was just like driving through town to fucking blare Mexican music.
So you guys still have cruising then? You guys still have cruising then?
What you mean, where you can drive however you want to and not get fined?
No, I mean cruise, like a cruise night, night.
Yeah, well, the Mexicans do. Yeah, nobody else.
Like we do it all over the place up here.
When I was a kid, every Friday night and Saturday night were cruise nights, man. That was the nights you went cruising.
No, the Mexicans do it on Sunday night. That's tonight. That's what I said. That's where they do their stuff or whatever. But then like the old people and stuff, they'll do their like the car shows, like the standard shit that you've seen for fucking 40 years or whatever.
Yeah, they go to an In-N-Out or something like that, or
we don't have those, but yeah, they go to a Sonic Drive-In or
Sonic. Sonic. We have a Sonic out here too.
Yeah, they go to Sonic or they go to like one of the shopping centers and stuff like that, just like in the parking lot and stuff like that. But
stay here. They go to the mall that nobody goes to shop at anymore, but the parking lot still packed with cars on a Saturday.
Yeah, that's where they go to. And at the regular car show, you'll see some of the Mexicans and shit come out and everything with like their Acuras and their Hondas and shit, And there was this one. What kind of car was that? I can't remember what kind of car it was, but his hood was the Mexican flag. Like he had like it painted on them. I was like, that's dope. I saw him driving around yesterday too. But
you got lowriders or just
regular cars. Some of them are nice. Some of them are like regular shit.
I come from La Raza.
No.
They have the lowriders, man.
Yeah.
No, they don't really have those out here.
They
like,
got the muff divers. Let's say.
No, like we got like Camaros on 28s.
So you can't drive lowriders in the
we got
snow,
out here. Yeah, we got 2 Camaros on 28.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. The Minneapolis in St. Paul and this whole area is just chock full of lowriders bouncing up and down. Well, you saw the Muff Diver. You actually saw it and touched it. There was a replica of that at the 50s.
We have a little bit of lowrider stuff out here, but it's usually like the trucks. It's not usually nothing else.
But
what about Chicago,
one thing we got out here though is some of those like super souped up cars on the back with those like they have those fake license plates that say too fast or too slow or whatever, you know, and like they actually go out and like they like on their Instagram and shit like that, and they race cops and like run from cops intentionally and everything like that. Like just like and like blow cops away and everything. It's crazy. Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, they know it's cool because like it's like it'll be like a Mustang or whatever, but you'll see it. They'll have like the fictitious plate that had that flipper, you know, the plate flipper thing, and it'll say like too slow or whatever. And so if you see them driving around and you see a plate that says too slow, you don't race that car because they're fast enough to race the cops.
How about it, Aaron? You guys got lowriders back where you're at?
Well, the people, the too fast people go between here and Chicago.
Yeah,
they just run on 65. They just go boom up to 65 up to Chicago and disappear.
Yeah, no, there's not really that. I mean, you'll see a few lowriders here and there, but you have to be outside of the city really to see anything. Because if you're in Chicago proper,
you don't get inside the cities. There's no
cars.
First and second,
there's cars everywhere, but there's nothing cool going on. It's all a bunch of miserable pricks going to wherever they're going, so they can go live miserable fucking lives because they live in an ass and elbow situation where it's just they're just a bunch of miserable cocksuckers. That's why everybody uses public transportation in Chicago.
Yeah, like Jason.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got no room to talk. I'm a miserable prick myself.
Well, Ken's got a new car.
Speaking of miserable cocksuckers.
Yeah,
talking about a miserable cocksucker.
Yeah, it's a Subaru Blue Balls. I think it's so we were out driving it around today.
The generation of the Subaru, the Forester that you have, that one's okay. I like the one right after that though. That was still a square. I call it the Pope-mobile because it actually set up high. It was the first one that they actually lifted up like an SUV. It was like 2000. What would that have been?
Been 10 or 12. Mine's an 08.
Yeah, the 10 or 12. Because when I was selling Subarus, it was from 2012 to 2013 is when I was selling them. So that's when they like just came out with that new Forester, like 2011, something like that. And
I one of those yesterday.
I like those, man, because like it sits up high and the windows are tall. And like the beams in between is like so small. It's like you're in a Pope-mobile. It's like all glass around you. You can see completely fine. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to sit up high. That's why I got the Suburban for that.
So you got the old school one that looks like a station wagon.
So I park it in the Suburban, and then I can shoot out of it. Just shoot out of the back of the Suburban. It's got the barn doors open like that. I come flying out like fucking Batman.
Yeah. I'm still collecting some bumper stickers for you to send out to you, and you'll be getting those soon in the mail. So
it's getting sticker. So far, we've got a Beaker. Remember Beaker from the Muppets? We got him going on there. We've got some Disney shit happening on there.
Do you have a Harris Walls one?
You got to get to Save the Whale. Got to get to Save the Whale.
They come with the Harris Walls one.
They keep Tahoe blue, an ecology one. Definitely a Hillary. And maybe
I'm with
Obama,
her. I'm with her.
Maybe Obama Biden.
Have you seen? You're fucking it up. See, Bruce fucked it up first. There he goes. Bruce fucked it up first.
That was me. I said a Harris Walls. You got Harris Walls one.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but he baited you, so I'm still blaming Bruce. That.
So up here, so we actually make the Subarus where I live. Remember, I was telling you about that, Ken, that you could. Wow. Yeah, there's a
with
Subaru
love. They're made with love.
They're made with love. So only.
It's NAMBLA, but it's love is love.
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, so like up here,
there goes YouTube.
with the new Subarus, you actually get those little pennants that you can put on the back, depending on which one. So like if you want to donate an extra couple $100 to like a charity or whatever, when you buy your new Subaru, then you get a pennant that you can put on the back of your Subaru.
Oh my God. Go down there and get me a Save the Cats one from Ohio or something. You know,
Save the Cats?
Yeah.
Oh, from Ohio. Yeah. No, I think they got one for the animals and stuff like that. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, I remember that whenever we would sell new cars, they could choose it was around the holiday season, the Share the Love event, you know, that Subaru does every year. So part of that Share the Love event is when you buy a new Subaru will donate X amount, like $200 or $400, something like that, to a charity of your choice. Asterisks, right? Because there's only 5 different fucking charities you could choose from. They're all like one is like an animal one is like an environmental one or whatever. And then when you donate to that, you get that pennant on the back of your fucking car.
Oh, I need to get. I need to see what those look like because I've got a 3D printer. I can make my own, but I want them to look like the real ones. So like there was the Volvo group. There's a thing that I started working on it, and I was like, I don't want to get sued, so I stopped. But the Volvo, there's a guy that was making emblems for the Volvo that looked just like the Ferrari prancing horse emblem, and it said Volvo on it, but it was a moose. And it looked exactly the same. And Ferrari sued him, and so did Volvo. And he's like, all right, I'll fucking stop. But it was a good one. So I've already got on order there's a little badge you can get that says emotional support vehicle. And I'll have one of those because that's every car. Because this summer, Aaron, to bring you up to speed, this all happened because I've got this cool old black Lincoln that's getting high in mileage. I'm trying to keep it as preserved as possible. So we wanted something else we could do long road trips in. And I said, let's get a Suburban. We can pull some shit. So I bought a Suburban in Arizona, shipped it up here. It backed off the trailer, pulled it in the lot in the driveway. My wife and I both went out and checked it out, looked at it, like, fuck, we can't drive this in the winter. It's too goddamn nice. So it's an 04 Suburban with 150,000 miles on it. That's how cheap I am. Like, it's like absolutely not a spec. You guys have seen it. It's like unbelievably clean. Yeah. For up here. For Bruce, that's just a Suburban. But for us up here, it's like, my God, these don't exist. But so we can't drive them in the winter. So I had to buy a ship box for the winter. So of course I found a sensible car, a 1994 Mercury Grand Marquis that some old guy had. And that's
very sensible.
Yeah, it's $2,800. Sensible V8. It's got velour seats in it, and it's got a key. The speedometer only goes to 85, but yet the speedometer is a foot long. So when you step on it, you're like, "Wow, I'm flying!" And then so my wife needed something too, and so I got this this Subaru that we just found. So I'm like, "Oh Jesus, we've got look at all those. Oh, I am filling that car with those things."
Yeah, so they put them on the back of the car like this.
Yes. Yeah. All right. I've seen that. Look at the trees, the little tree stickers too.
Little
all right,
merit badges. Look at that.
Right, but you can get.
I will make those to you, Ken.
Yeah, you
can get. There's all different kinds right through here.
You can make one of a man bun, and you can make one.
How the fuck? Why is this not getting bigger?
You can make one. You should make one with a gorilla face on it.
That's what she said.
Yeah, with a gorilla face. There you go.
Oh well, I'm thinking. So I want to make one like that with the trees there, but have a guy coming through the trees with an AR-15.
What the fuck? And then, why is it not showing you what I want to show you?
You got to bring up. You got to bring up the image in another window.
It is in another window.
Or click that image that you're trying to blow up. Put it in another window. Say open the image in another window. I have to teach you this. You taught me everything I know about web stuff.
Yeah, kids today and their rock and roll music video.
Open image in a new tab.
There you go. And then show the new tab.
Ah, son of a fucking whore.
See, look at that. He was giving me shit for not getting it. It's working funny tonight. It's not working like it usually does. Stupid stream.
I clicked fucking updated. Tab instead of
look at there. There you go.
See? You did it, Joey. You did it.
It's a little blurry, but you guys get the picture.
Yeah, I like the shovel one. I need that one because I got a shovel now for the Lincoln that I got in the trunk.
I love that.
That's the gardening one, though. So
that's fucking great.
Yeah, that's the gardening one. So you can transform that into the shovel with the lime instead, with the rope. Yep. That'd be fucking dope. And then this one right here, instead of kayaking, it'd be you throwing somebody over the Godfather scene where they put him Fredo in the fucking
lake. Tying a cinder block to his leg.
Shoot him in the freaking boat.
You got the 100K and the 200K one. Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I like the cleavage one. That was pretty cool.
Look at our Subaru world we're into. Every time I get a new car, I always just dive into the
cleavage. Yeah, that's a good one right there.
See, with the town car and the Mercury, you have something it's called the Panther Mafia because it's the Panther platform from 79 to 2011. So there's a Panther Mafia. There's a guy that has he has a magazine about it and stuff, and it's all
over here. He's on Instagram.
Yep, all over Instagram. Yes, they do some cool shit.
And this means this is your first Subaru, and you have second, third, and all that stuff as well too.
Oh, look at this.
See what I'm saying? This is what they do on the back. You never seen these on the back of Subarus, or
I never paid attention to it. It's a Subaru.
I just don't pay attention. Yeah, because it's a Subaru. Like Ken said.
Yeah, I never look at them. The only time you see them or you notice them is in the winter when nothing else is moving and there's a foot of snow on the ground and things plowing through like nothing.
Yeah,
with
look,
everyone inside singing.
Yeah, these are all the different fucking pennants that you can get on your fucking. Oh, look at that one. That's nice.
Every time I see a Subaru and a guy's driving it, I keep looking for the man bun.
We have two guys in my office that both have WRXs.
And they have man buns, right?
No, the ones that get the man buns.
One of them has one of those hair combs like your sister wears, that pull back his hair like so.
Oh god.
These are the ones.
The other guy has a military haircut. His
WRXs are badass though. You can't that's not gay. WRX STI is.
But these are the ones.
Look at the little Subaru Brat that they used to have.
Oh, those are cool.
These are the Bajas.
I thought those were cool. You don't see those in California anymore. They don't.
Remember the Baja?
Yeah, the Baja. Those are collectors now.
Yeah, these were traditionally purchased mostly by gay men.
Yeah.
For the reason of
because they were look at them, they're gay as fuck.
Yeah,
it's not a real truck. You don't need a real truck if you're not a real man,
That ain't Flintstone gay.
So the Subaru Brat, you bring that up. True story. Do you know why the Subaru Brat had seats in the back? This is beautiful. And I'm not going government, but this is Subaru. That's the Subaru Brat. So they had 2 seats in the back with seat belts and everything. It was perfectly legal to sit back there and drive. They did that because they can consider it a 4-seater sedan, and then it wasn't classified for a truck, and then it didn't get the tariff the trucks got, which was almost 100, which was 100% those days. Yeah. So they made like one of the coolest little cars, and I remember in 1986 going to look at one right after I graduated from high school, and I could buy one brand new out the door. $7,000. I had no way to do it, but it was $7,000.
Yeah,
and how awesome is that?
How fun would that be, though?
Oh, they were awesome cars.
To be sitting in an actual seat in the fucking bed of the truck.
Yeah, and they had handles too, so the seats had like 2 little handles on them, which is funny because it made like 89 horsepower. Like, what are you gonna do?
We did that in the back of Grandpa's freaking F-150 all the time.
Well, yeah,
yeah, but you didn't have an actual seat unless you stole one out of the.
No, we had no seats. There was no seats. It was the Jesus bars on either side.
Look at that.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? It was a whole world.
A camper.
Yeah, all those cars just disappeared. If you can find one now, they're $20,000. It's unbelievable.
The camper weighed more than the car did.
Exactly.
Yep. I'll tell you one thing. All this car talk, you get to talk about car culture and all this stuff. If I find a culture based around a Ford Focus, I'm not going anywhere near it.
By the way, Jason, my nephew loved the explanation.
I saw one of these.
Man bun being a twat knot.
I've got the image for it. I just got to put it up now.
You have got to get that because I've got to give it to my nephew. I've got to, whatever you print it on, I'm buying it. And I'm buying whatever you put it on. So you've got some automatic sales there. I'm sending it all in care of his wife.
So you got to print one on Harkis's back so he can buy him and be a manservant.
There you go.
So I there's one of these locally, Ken.
Those are cool cars. Those were really neat. That was a spaceship when it came out.
There's one locally, and I saw a guy get out of it, and it was like a fucking college kid. And I was like, dude, where the fuck did you find that? And because I don't even know what it was. I just know it was an old school fucking, like, it looked like something from the 80s. And I'm like, where the fuck did you find that? Because I didn't even know Subaru made nothing like that. And he's like, oh man, my dad bought it brand new. And then they kept it. Like, he bought it for him when he got older, type thing, right? His dad bought it brand new or whatever, drove it a little bit, then put it away. Right. And then they maintained it the whole, and then now it's his, and he's a fucking college kid. I'm like, bro, that's sick. And it's like a $2,000 car, it's not like a Mercedes or nothing, but still, it's like, dude, that's like a fucking relic of the past.
Yeah, those are cool. They only made a few of them, and they were really specialty little sports cars to try to go up against the rest of the Japanese and the American little sports coupes at the time. And they weren't very popular, and they were weird. And so, of course, unpopular and weird means you don't sell many, which now you see when you're like, what is that thing? This thing's so cool. And I had to wait till I was like 47 till my dad gave me a car. So I was like, Jesus, must be nice.
Yeah.
My dad gave me a car when I was a kid. And all I had to do was give him $2,000 in exchange. It was fantastic.
My dad gave me my first car, but he got it for free and only had to pay the tow bill of $100. So it wasn't really like it was a huge.
What was it? What was your car?
It was my '88 Chevy Celebrity.
Oh yes. What was your first car, Bruce? Well, or horse, or whatever it was.
Yeah. What was your first horse that you had? Was it a mule or an actual horse?
Or was it a donkey?
A Polaris. A
Polaris.
Polaris.
The ATV.
You mean a Polera?
A Polera, whatever
Polaris
the old Dodge or Plymouth was. And my sergeant that was in the another barracks was there,
Sergeant Dick.
What was his name? Sinacta or something like that. Sold it to me. I had to jumpstart this thing. I had to run and get into it and pump start it with the.
So it was a stick
to get this to go. Yeah, it was a stick.
What year Polera? It must have been an old Polera.
Shit, it had to be like in the 70s. It was a 70s Polera.
Like a 1932.
You had a 70s Polera with a stick shift in it. They made like 7 of those.
Hold on. Now bring it up.
Nah, you had a mid 60s.
What do you mean bring it up? It's up.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it.
Go down. He's looking for it.
Oh, sorry.
Go down.
There's a 71 right there.
Oh, right there, like that gold one right there.
That one?
Yeah. You had that one and it was a stick. Was it a 3 on the tree?
It was a 3 on the tree.
Okay, yeah. With a 6-cylinder slant 6. The
yeah,
leaning tower of power.
A little bit different than that. It was a little bit different than that, but I got my first wife pregnant in it, and
that's not hard to do in a car like that.
Sergeant Stallnacker. That was his name. Sergeant Stallnacker. Wichita Falls, Texas. That was my first.
Aaron, what was your first car?
19.
Hey, there's mine.
Or Dodge Caravan.
Really?
Mine was this color too.
You're sitting
that
in
was
it.
My daughter's first car right there.
Yeah, it was mine too.
Yeah.
And you said a Dodge Caravan?
And she warped the back brakes so bad.
Right.
Man, I kind of missed this thing, dude. I had a fucking like $1,000 fucking stereo system in this motherfucker, dude. You want to talk about a sleeper?
$250 at $1,000 stereo system.
Exactly right. Yeah,
you are a hip hop motherfucker.
Yeah,
right there because you had the celebrity with
17,
3 times the value of the car.
And I bought a fucking like $1,000 system in this shit, and dude. It decimated all. You want to talk about like how people make sleepers that like are racers? Yeah. No, mine was a sleeper for the fucking stereo people, right? Because I'd be driving down or whatever and turning it on and fucking shake the block and shit. People were like, "What the fuck?" Like it was awesome. I didn't even have the windows tinted or nothing. It looked just like this.
But they weren't going to steal that shit.
No.
That's kind of how my favorite car was. My favorite car, I had a Shipbox 84 Cavalier station wagon.
There you go.
And I spray painted it so it was zebra striped.
Oh, kick ass.
Right after that one, right after the Polera, I had the 71 Cutlass S with the W30 package with the rammer hood.
Oh, this looks like my celebrity almost.
Yeah, actually
that's a Cavalier. Yep.
Yeah, but
that one of the white one on the bed of the tow truck there, that looks almost exactly like my car before I painted it.
There we go.
And
I had the
same thing too. I had a pair of Fosgate 12s in the back.
Exactly.
Under where because in the third row it was just like a flat panel that would close down to shut it. So I had the speakers in the feet holes, and then I would close the top over it, and you couldn't see it. And then I had an air horn off of a train that I got from my dad.
There you go.
Oh, awesome.
That I had to have hooked up to I had to have a spare battery in the car and I had it on a separate button. So I had like the regular horn if I wanted to just like beep, beep, beep,
Right.
And then I had this big red button that I attached to the dashboard that would trigger the air horn. And it was just like headlights would dim, And then after I would hit the button, I'd look behind me like, what the fuck was that?
Was it an electric one, or did you have to get an air pump for that? Because a lot of them were air.
No, it was a compressor that drove it.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like it was the air. Yeah.
No, it was a separate. It was a whole separate.
That's awesome.
Because whenever I used to work at the semi place, when we put train horns on shit, we had to fucking run the air tube up. Yeah. From the regular horn and it up and stuff. One thing I loved about that fucking car is, for one, it was just like a fucking random 4-cylinder, but it had a bench seat in the front. That was the shit, man.
Geez,
yeah.
He's like, you could lay down in it. The girl could lay down in it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You remember that shit? Every car had a bench front seat whenever you grew up, Bruce.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Me too.
Yeah, wait, all of us.
But the next two cars that I had after that, I was so.
I got hold on, Bruce.
Beginning of my addiction.
Hold on, Bruce. Hold on a sec. I want to share the screen because you were just talking about your W30.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me share my screen because I got that picture up for you because you're gonna wish you still had
the beginning of my addiction.
You're gonna wish you still had that one.
I do. And the next one after that, I'm going to tell you about too. And I left both of these on the side of the road.
Oh, did you really?
I left both of these cars on the side of the road. Not only this 71 Cutlass S W30.
Look at the price on what these are. That's a 71 Olds Cutlass
Holy
W30.
Shit. Holy
This is a good buy for this one. That's a pretty good price.
Yeah.
Yep.
So $67,000, Bruce.
And dig this. I'm going to give you one that you're going to cry about right now. You're going to cry about this one.
Hit me.
1964.5 Mustang.
Oh, I had one of those. Those are shit boxes.
6-cylinder.
Oh, mine was a 289. Yeah, those were shit boxes though.
No,
the
but I mean,
442 is a man's car.
It was one of the first Mustangs, man.
Yeah, I know. They are pretty rare.
It was the first Mustang, and just I'm crying to this day.
They made a V6 version of the Celebrity that I wanted to get.
The 2.8 liter, baby.
Yeah, I wanted to trade my car for that 2.8.
137 horsepower, man.
There is actually, I saw one out here and it was for sale, and I was like, I might have to buy it just for fun. I'll go get a fucking loan for a fucking 88 Chevy Celebrity.
Did we just piss through an hour talking about Chevy Celebrities and minivans?
Yeah, stuff like that.
I love this.
What did Jason have? We didn't even get to that. Jason's talking all the time again, like normal.
Well,
what was your first car, Jason?
The first car that I owned or first car that I drove?
First car you owned?
Yeah.
1988 Ford Thunderbird Turbo Coupe.
Oh, nice choice. Shit box, but a cool car.
It sucked.
That was a cool shit box, though.
It was a shit box, and talking about subs, I had two 12-inch Serwin Vegas in that thing.
Oh, shit.
In a custom-made box, and it shook the fuck out of everything.
The Serwin Vegas were fucking all handmade, man. Those things were fucking dope.
That was the shit.
Oh, well,
I had a Spark-O-Matic in my Toyota.
Speakers back here, they're Serwin Vegas.
Yeah, there you go.
So...
Well, dude, whenever I got back from Iraq, oh, sorry.
When I
got back from Iraq, I had.
You miss them, don't you?
No, but I don't know, man. It's like
in my room, in my office, also a 15-inch subwoofer of Serwin Vega. But when I really want to get the music cranking, when I want to check the mail across the street and still be able to hear my music, I put on the Serwin Vegas.
Yeah, you have to.
Hell yeah!
Remember, whenever I got back from Iraq, I had like 15 grand. Because I didn't spend any money over there. And so I had a 2004 Grand Am, right? That I had bought like before I went. And I
GT?
No, it was just the regular, the SE.
LE?
No, the SE.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I know. It's very fancy. And I went and I put I can't find any pictures about it anyway. But anyway, it had 19-inch chrome rims on it, right? Okay. And I fucking tinted the windows 5%.
Spinners? Did you have spinners?
No, I didn't have the spinners, but I had blue underglow, right? And inside as well too, underneath the dash, right? And then I had two what was that? Was it 12s or 15s? I can't remember 100%.
I'm picturing a mullet right now.
Memphis M3s, right? In that motherfucker with a 1,000-watt amp, and that shit fucking decimated. It was amazing. Too, right? So this is like 2007, right? And so I had one of those CD players that had the fucking screen that came out of the dash.
Flip up, yeah.
Flipped up, you know what I'm saying? Like it was automatic and it came up and everything.
Those were the shit, man.
Oh, yeah. And then, so since I knew the people who fucking installed it, right, from my days whenever I was in high school, I used to hang out at the car audio shop, right? And that's how I learned how to do car audio stuff. And he hooked me up with a bypass switch. So I could fucking watch music videos driving down the road. You know, because those things came with like as a parking switch or whatever. You had to have it in park in order for it to actually play the video.
Yeah,
but I could just go and just fucking do the bypass switch real quick, done.
Yeah,
and I could sit there and watch whatever going down the road and everything like that.
Ken, the 1988 Ford Thunderbird Turbo Coupes are going for $30,000 now.
Yeah, I know. They were one of the fastest cars that Ford made back then.
It
was as quick as the GT.
I bought mine for $2,000.
They seen you coming. Hey, yeah, my 71 Cutlass I had with Rocket 350 bucket seats and a Hurst dual gate shifter, matching rally wheels, the whole bit. I bought that car with 68,000 miles on it. It was perfect for $3,800. And that same car is worth 10 times that now. It's just it's lunacy.
It's crazy how much just the 88 Thunderbird. I mean, it was a 4-banger, but it had the turbo coupe in there.
Intercooled turbo.
Yeah.
And it was fuel injected. The first car that they put that motor in was a 1984 SVO Mustang, which is a special edition Mustang. It was super lightweight, and it was really fast. And they made those for a few years, and they were really neat. And then they did the turbo coupe, and then they went from the turbo coupe. And then the next year after that, they had that new body style. It's kind of weird, and put an independent rear suspension in, and it had a 3.8 liter supercharged instead of the other one, but it was never as fast. So you actually had the best one that they ever made.
Nice.
And it was still a shitbox.
It was a shitbox, but tell you what, driving on the highway in that thing, it sounded like a fucking jet engine.
Oh yeah, you'd hear that turbo whine
because the turbo. Yeah, it was cool as hell.
All right, guys. Well, it's time to go on the other side. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and break this up. We're going to go and do another hour of premium premium material. And everybody plug themselves, man. Go ahead, Arcos. Plug yourself, man. What's going on?
At least turn the camera off before you
yeah.
do
it. So yeah, everything for me, musicmakingsense.pod.com. Yeah, I'm going live every single Wednesday, playing music, talking with artists about marketing and stuff like that. So if you guys like music, any genre, I had all kinds of genres on last week, man. I had like this one dude who was like, it was like a Frank Sinatra style type of thing, but it was like a song called Sinner. It was fucking crazy as shit. And then I had like some religious hip hop artists on, and fucking like some metal and some like a little bit of everything.
I'm gonna come on with my music, man.
Yeah, I just a little bit of everything, man. I was getting all kinds of shit last week. It was very interesting last week, but I ended up going for like 5 hours. It was fun, crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. I know.
That's a heavy stream, dude.
That's very Rogan of you.
It was very Rogan of me, yeah, because I'm planning for going like until like I started at 9. I planned to go until 12, and then like I started just talking with some artists on there, and next thing I know, it's 2 hours later because you get me talking to an artist about music marketing, fuck, time just flies.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so every Wednesday I'm playing music and stuff like that, and then I got the regular podcast coming out every Mondays and stuff like that. musicmakingsense.pod.com for everything over there, man, and. Yeah.
Cool.
Excellent show.
Ken, go.
Oh,
so I'm Mad Gay Studios. Getting Mad Gay Studios, artist in charge.
Gay Studios.
Yeah, Mad Gay Studios.
Mad Gay?
Mad Gay.
Mad Gay.
That's what we do. So you can actually
Mad Gay.
It's gay with a K and out the AY. So I don't know why they call it. KY jelly when it's really jam. It should be that's what it's used for. That has nothing to do with my promotional things here. The Subaru thing's just in my head, and it's got me all messed up. No, so madkstudio.com, all kinds of artwork, and your one-stop source for custom artwork, original arts, prints, and commissions. So you just go to madkstudio.com, maddkstudio.com.
Aaron, go.
Hi. Okay. Yeah, I can be found at podcast.com or anywhere you find your podcasts of choice. Listen to it on Fountain. I can get some free nickels and dimes.
There you go.
Can I just say something about Aaron's podcast? It's just like this, but good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I go that far. I mean, we don't like to throw the G word around too much. I find I'm much more entertaining if I keep the expectations low.
So there you go. Jason, go.
I run horribledesigns.com. basically just off the wall, stupid stuff that probably nobody should ever make. But people keep buying from me, which is great. You can find me on my website, horribledesigns.com. You can find me on Amazon. You can find me, yes, that one right there. You can find me on Etsy. You can find me on eBay, Michael's Maker Place. Not Pornhub, not yet. And I'm looking at,
I can't even get on Pornhub or YouPorn in Indiana. I gotta fucking buy a VPN if I want to do that shit now. Fucking
and I'm even thinking of going into Target too, but I need to apply for that one. This one I can talk about later. It sparked a whole conversation.
That was great.
With a family of 4 that was pretty funny at the car show on Saturday. I'll talk about it in the next episode.
In order to get your stuff on at Target, you have to identify as non-binary, bare minimum.
I've got an in because I have Ken with a Subaru.
There you go.
And I'm Bruce, aka the Weathered Soul. You can catch me on weatheredsoul.com. I learned the magic of blogging. Thank you, Harkos. And
so it's Harkos' fault.
I've been searching through my website, little tweaks and stuff that he did, and I kind of figured it all out. And now I'm blogging. So I've got a new blog out that comes on to anybody that wants to sign up for the Weathered Soul newsletter on there. So go there, catch us on YouTube, catch us on Rumble, catch us tomorrow morning on X Spaces when we do our Weathered View, which is we all get together and mansplain and manspread all over X Spaces, and it's always a great show. Come in, be a part of their show, and Ken will be there with open legs. So
I won't be there tomorrow though, because I'm riding a motorcycle. Not with you guys.
That's no problem. But anyway, I'll leave you like I leave everybody on any show that I'm on. You guys be good to yourselves. And have a great day and be good to yourselves. We'll see you later, guys. Bye.
Yeah.